Hello, my fellow anglers and friends. Welcome back to the channel for your detailed fishing forecast. Today, we're diving deep into what awaits us on Tuesday, the 25th of November 2025, across the beautiful waters of the United Kingdom. Get ready, because this day is shaping up to be truly special, offering some unique opportunities for those who know where to look. We've got cold, crisp conditions, stable pressure, and a waxing crescent moon that could just spark some serious predator action. Stick around, because I'm going to share some insider tips that could turn a chilly November day into a memorable one. You definitely won't want to miss this. Now let's talk about our main targets for this exciting day. Given the conditions, we're really focusing on those cold water specialists, pike, perch, and the ever-reliable chub. First up, the mighty Pike. Friends, November is absolutely prime time for these freshwater apex predators as they aggressively pack on weight for winter. With water temperatures cooling, pike will be active, but looking for easy meals to conserve energy. Where to find them? Focus on deeper margins, especially around sharp drop-offs where shallower water meets deeper troughs. Look for submerged structures like old sunken trees, dense reed beds, bridge pillars, or even the mouths of marinas and tributary streams. These are classic ambush points where baitfish will congregate. For tackle, a medium to heavy spinning rod is your best friend. Try larger lures like jerkbaits or soft plastic shades in natural colors, worked with a slow, erratic retrieve. If deadbaiting is more your style, a static mackerel or sardine ledgered on the bottom near these features will be irresistible. Remember, slow and steady often wins the race in colder water. Next, the feisty perch. These striped warriors are fantastic targets right now, and with water temperatures trending downwards, you'll find them starting to shoal up in deeper sections of larger lakes and slower-moving rivers. They'll be hugging submerged structures like old sunken trees, bridge pillars, jetties, or even deeper marginal reed beds, as these spots offer both shelter and ambush points for baitfish. The key to perch fishing this week is finesse. Small lures like jigs or natural baits such as maggots and small worms, fished slowly and methodically, will often entice a bite. A drop-shot rig with a 2 to 3 inch lure imitating a small silverfish is a deadly tactic. The trick is to present the bait right on their noses as their metabolism is slowing. And finally, let's not forget the chub. This true all-weather warrior is incredibly resilient and can be relied upon to feed even in the coldest conditions. In late November, chub will be seeking out slack water away from the main flow, where they don't have to expend too much energy. Look for them in creases behind fallen trees, under undercut banks and in deep bends of the river. When it comes to bait, chub are famously greedy. Cheese paste, bread, or even a few maggots or worms presented on a float or light ledger rig can be incredibly effective. Small pieces of meat like luncheon meat can also work wonders. Now for the nitty-gritty of the conditions that will shape our fishing on Tuesday, the 25th of November. The weather. We're looking at a generally cold day across the UK. Temperatures will range significantly from potentially -6 degrees Celsius in the Scottish Highlands to around 1 degree Celsius in London, with much of England seeing temperatures between 2 and 8 degrees Celsius. Importantly, the forecast suggests sunny or partly cloudy skies for many areas with a low chance of precipitation. Wind will primarily be from the north or northwest, with a maximum strength of around 4 on the Beaufort scale, generally light. Atmospheric pressure appears to be stable and quite high, which, from my experience, often leads to consistent feeding once you locate the fish. Water temperature. Inland waters across the UK will be decidedly cold, likely hovering around 8 to 12 degrees Celsius. This cooling trend means fish are definitely thinking about winter, and their metabolism is slowing down, making them conserve energy. They will be seeking out the warmest, most stable water they can find, which typically means deeper areas or those protected from the wind. Coastal sea temperatures, for example around freshwater on the Isle of Wight, will average around 14 degrees Celsius, but will be declining towards 13 degrees Celsius by the end of November. Phase of the Moon. On the 25th of November 2025, the Moon will be in a waxing crescent phase with an illumination of about 23 to 30%. It's 5 days old since the new moon. Many anglers, myself included, believe that the periods around the new and full moons can trigger increased feeding activity, particularly in predators. This waxing crescent could provide just enough lunar influence to trigger short, intense feeding windows, especially around dawn and dusk. General activity of the fish. Overall, fish are transitioning into their full winter behavior. The aggressive feeding sprees of autumn are becoming less frequent as they conserve energy. The cold temperatures will concentrate both prey fish and predators into specific areas, so once you find them, you can have a fantastic day's sport. Predators like pike and perch are still in their prime feeding periods, showing good activity, especially if you present your bait slowly and in the right spots. Coarse fish like roach, chub, and bream will be shoaling tightly and seeking deeper, warmer water, but will still be actively feeding if you can entice them. My clear assessment for fishing on Tuesday, the 25th of November, is a good to excellent bite for predators and a moderate to good bite for coarse fish. The combination of cold, stable weather, declining water temperatures, and the waxing crescent moon means fish are actively seeking food for winter, especially pike and perch. Coarse fish will require patience and scaled-down approaches, but are definitely catchable. Look for those brief windows of increased activity, especially around midday or just before dusk, when temperatures might be at their highest. So there you have it, my friends. Wrap up warm, be strategic, and you could have some incredible fishing. I wish you nothing but the best of luck out there, tight lines, and of course, absolutely no tails or scales. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below. What are your plans for fishing this week? Have you had any luck with winter predators recently? I love reading your stories.